anyone have any questions before I kind of get going? I have a quick little intro to the class, and then we'll stand up to start warming up, and then I'll go right into the series of exercises. And so for those of you who are new this week, what I do is I go through the first round with more of a teaching kind of just discussion about the exercises, demo. You do them with me, but then after we go through the exercises, we will just start again. We'll go through a second round of the exercises without as much teaching, or talking through it. We'll just do the exercises. So Naomi is recording the whole class, so it could be posted afterwards if you need to reflect back. And then I think, Naomi, we also in the past, I know we sometimes would send an email with some of the images as well. So this one's, yeah, so we can manage that. Any questions before I start? No, okay, we can go. Save them for the end. If anything comes up, you can always raise a hand or flag us, and we can address as needed. So balance and coordination. I just want to describe, balance is the ability to stay upright or stay in control of body movement. All right, that is the definition of balance. So it's just basically managing ourselves upright. It's an important thing for us to sustain throughout our lives, right? To prevent injuries. I mean, it's always like, the dreaded conversation of so-and-so fell, and, there's wrist injuries or shoulder injuries or hip injuries, or even sometimes just ankle and feet. So I think I always think about it as like fall prevention and preventing injuries, like kind of safety and just life management. Coordination is the ability to move two or more of your body parts under control smoothly and efficiently. So some of the exercises we do today, I'll focus on stationary balance. And then some of the exercises will do more dynamic motion. So that just means body in motion and continuing to manage and control your body with movement, like step patterns or little, like you'll see some little steps or hops that we do. And then the other thing I wanted to say, balance is it's a combination of strength, agility. It also gets into like equilibrium, proprioception, equilibrium, and also vision. Like vision is a big part of balance as well. So just kind of knowing where your body is in space, and then the ability to maintain control of the body, again, in motion or stationary. So that's the overall goal today. It's recommended, we can improve just like we do with muscle strength and other things. And cardiovascular strength, our heart and lungs get stronger with strength training. Our muscles get stronger. Our joints are stronger. With balance, you actually can improve and maintain by continuing to do exercises. So I always suggest, whatever you take from the end of this series, like if it's okay, I'm going to just add a couple of balance exercises to every workout routine, great. Or it could be that you say, hey, 1 day a week or 2 days a week, I'm going to make sure that I circle back and do some exercises that are specific to balance and stability and coordination. So if you're not currently doing that, I highly recommend it. And I guarantee you that after today's class, you'll have 8 exercises in your toolbox of exercises that you can pull from and weave into your program going forward. Okay. So with that, let's stand up, and I'm just going to kind of get us going. Remember, we'll just do a quick warm up, just sort of work through the whole body just to get blood flowing, to get heat in the body, muscles and joints. And then following that, I will go into teaching you the 8 exercises. So everybody's up. Let's just start. I always like to start. I'm going to camera up for a second. Let's go head, neck, and eyes. So head, neck. So just chin to chest, just, stationary stance, feet planted, chin to chest. And then let's look up. So just take it down to the chest and then look up towards the ceiling. Again, down to the chest. Just get your breath. Start breathing a little bit, deeper here than your normal or than the regular. So inhale, kind of a deep inhale. Feel it come all the way into the chest, the lungs, the belly. And then exhale, push it out. Good. Now bring the head back to neutral, and let's go with an exaggerated no. So you're looking over your left shoulder and over your right shoulder. Just rotation, cervical rotation. Do that a few more times. Again, just keep the breath steady. Okay, pause, bring that back, just stabilize here. And then just go to the left shoulder to your left ear. Bring that up. Right shoulder to your right ear. So this is now, we're doing lateral flexion on the neck, cervical spine. Do one more time each side. So just kind of alternate right ear to right shoulder, bring it up, and then left ear to left shoulder. Good. Okay, pause there. So let's go. Let's take the hands. I didn't do this last time, but I did with the previous class that we taught. Just hold your hands out in front of you And right hand first. And let's just start with a few, open and squeeze. Imagine, that you're squeezing one of those like squishy stress balls or a lemon or something. Just do it. We're just going to kind of go there, slow, big squeeze a few times. And then let's speed that up some. So less of an emphasis on squeezing and holding and just make it go a little bit faster. I'll count 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, and 1. Okay, good. Let that go. Now change hands, use the other hand. So I've got, again, opposite hand. Start with a slow squeeze where you're really focusing almost on just like grip strength, closing in, hold, good. Nice. Okay, and now let's start going a little bit faster with that. So less of a hold, less of an emphasis on the squeeze and just the motion of open and close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Shake that out. And let's go with shoulder roll. So I'm going to pull my shoulders up to my ears, roll back, open the chest, and then bring them forward and down, right? So again, I lift to the ears, roll it back, drop down, forward, lift. Good. And now we'll do the opposite. This time, shoulders go down, emphasize the pushing back, lift up to your ears, and then roll forward. Okay, so down, compress, there we go. Lift, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up to the ears, and roll it forward. That would be an example of coordination. If you can go in both directions, can you do one forward, like one where we lift up and go back, roll down, and then go down, back, lift up? That's just a small example. We could kind of get fun, then lift again, roll back, and then press down, squeeze, and lift. So just that alternation, right? Making the brain think about how you want your body to move. Now I'll take the hands here out in front of you. I'm going to start. Let's just kind of push and then squeeze the shoulder blades back. And I'm going to add a little cross of my wrist here. So I'm crossing, right hand is on top, and then I'll switch, my left hand is on top. Okay, so let's do that 10 times. We'll call that 2, 3, squeeze, cross, 4. This gets the chest, the back, the shoulders, the arms. Good. 4 more times. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, break there. Hands down by your side. So make sure you're done. One hand's going up high, the other's kind of down. So let's just start first. It's just this little arm march. Okay, so my left hand up, and then they switch places. Right hand comes up, left, and then I'm going to add right now as I do this. So the lower hand, I want you to let it slide down your leg a little bit. And then come back to center, switch arms, lower leg slides down the leg a little bit. You get a side stretch, back to center, switch arms, here, a little down, stretch, back to center, switch. Okay, we'll do 3 more. Slide down, back to center, switch, up, down, here we go. Nice, switch. Good. Just keep it going at your own pace. 1 more time. Down and then up. Here, slide over. Good. Okay, and then let's just do this gentle rotation, kind of think about above the hips. So I'm focusing on like torso and chest, rib area. Just this, my arms are going to swing. I go to the left, back to the right, left. I let my, change the camera and keep it going. I let my feet pivot a little, just because that's going to get more, like if I'm here swinging, you see, I get more in the hips and in the base of the spine. But I'm still focusing on that upper torso, the rotation in the ribs and, the above the hip area. Good. So you're swinging. Swinging, good. All right, nice job. And then let's take our legs. So from here, my right knee comes up. I hold for a second. Left knee up. Right, so it's just like an exaggerated knee lift. If you can get it up to hip level, great. If you have any restrictions or limitations, even just a little gentle knee tap, you know, down below the hip is fine too. Good. One more on the right. One more on the left. Now, same thing, but go out to the side with it. So I'm opening my hips more. So right leg, left leg. If you need, you could always have a chair, you know, in front of you, kind of keep a hand on the chair while you're doing this. Okay. Fine too. Or you could be by the wall. Both of those things would be fine just for added support. I'm just checking. Everyone looks good. Do a few more. Do one more each leg. Good, good, good. Okay, now we'll go from there to pull your heels back to your hips or to your bottom area. So here, right heel, right foot comes back and up. Left, and again, you can hold. I've got a chair here. I could be by the wall. Anything goes. We're trying to flexion extension here with the knee, the ankles, also stretching the front of our legs. All right. Everyone feeling pretty warmed up? Yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do these things are called step patterns, and we're going to do them in a series. There are 4. We're going to do frontal steps, and then I'll show you a lateral, a reverse, and then a crossover. Okay. And when we do this, I'll be counting for a total of 20. Each step counts as 1. So just make sure that you're standing. You may want to have, you know, a chair nearby or the wall nearby if you feel like you, just for like safety, stability, just in case it's needed. And make sure you just got space, like check yourself, like wherever you are, just kind of make sure you got a circle of space around you that's about, you know, at least a foot, if not more, for your steps. Okay, we good? All right, so I'm going to angle down a little bit. My feet are going here. Is that going to be too, Naomi, you can let me know if I need to switch anything. So here we are. So feet, I'm starting here, and I want to go with, you know, just start neutral stance, right foot first, step, and push back to your start point, left foot, okay? So that's 2. Again, we're doing a total of 20. And so each step, this is 4, and then I'll change the pattern and direction. Your step, you can make this more challenging by stepping, taking a larger step and lunging down or going lower to the floor, like if you wanted to make it more of a muscular exercise. It doesn't matter. To me, the goal and the focus here is more about balance, stability, coordination, right? And ankle strength. All right, we have 8 more. 1. You're just alternating left and right. Good. And last one. Okay, now pause there. You're back to center. Feet are neutral again. This time we're doing the lateral steps. So again, alternating left and right. I step to the right. I'm going to kind of come over here. So I step to the right, come back to my center point, and then I'm stepping left. Okay, back to center point. So right step, little bend in that knee. The foot should continue to face forward. Good. 6, okay. Total of 20, that's 7. Good. All right, we have 10 more. Just keep it going. Right, switch over. Yep. Again, toes are forward. They're not, you're not stepping and like turning them out in the direction of the step. You want to keep them straight ahead. Nice. 1 more each side. And 2. Good job. All right, so there, so pause there. And then we're going to go now to the third one, which is reverse steps. So I'm going to turn sideways just for the camera, but my feet start neutral. My right foot steps first. So notice, if you can, right heel down, right, just to get more of a stretch and throughout both the knee and the ankle. So just step back, transfer. Okay, good. I know we did a similar pattern last week with these exercises. That is intentional. These are just a very basic thing, but foundational exercise, but so important for strength, joint stability, balance, coordination. And you can always add weight. You can hold dumbbells in your hand. You can even have your strap. We're going to do some exercises in the next 2 weeks that you'll see where we add these exercises to strength patterns. So I think this is one exercise that everyone should have in a routine, whether it's just as for balance exercises or if it becomes a bigger component of your strength training program. Okay, we've got 4 more. And again, you can make this more, muscular by going further back and deeper with your lunge. Often when you do that, your heel will not be able to stay on the ground. That's okay. All right, pause there. So now last one, we're gonna do a little crossover. So you're back to your neutral stance. And in this one, right foot crosses over the left. And then your left foot crosses over and a little knee bend as you cross over, okay? Sometimes it's an odd step. We don't take this step too often. So if you might want to have your hand by a wall or on a chair. We're going to do 10. So this is number 6 in front, and then I'll shift and we'll step behind. Okay, that's 7, 8. So we're still getting a total of 20 on the crossover, 10 in front and 10 in back. Okay, so pause there. Now we'll take the foot, we're going to step behind. So right foot goes behind the left foot, little bend in the knee. Left foot behind the right, little bend in the knee. Okay. All right, nice. Everybody looks good. Nice. All right, we have 2 more.
I feel like we're curtsying to the queen or something.
Yes, it very much is that. I agree. Okay, good. So those are the 4. We did, nice. Good one, Mary. All right, so those are the 4 step patterns. So that's exercise number 1. Let's move on to the second one. So everyone, I should have told you, if you have a chair nearby and you can grab it, please do. If you do not, that's okay. I can show you how to do this sort of like air standing, but if you have one, looks like everyone's going to be okay. Anyone without a chair? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'll show you all right. So let me go first with the chair and then so I'm going here. I've got a chair turning sideways, sit to stand. This is an exercise for strength to help with overall leg strength and the base, base of our body, a lower part of our body. Let's go to the edge of your chair. So I'm on the edge, front of chair. Ideally, you'll take your hands and place them, no cheating. So hands kind of here in front of you. And you can also, there are different places we can do. For now, let's just go here. So I'm here, feet are planted on the ground. Okay, nice posture. I always imagine like imaginary book on head, sitting up tall. Push your feet into the ground and stand up. Okay, and then slowly lower down. All right, now I think we're okay. Everybody has a chair. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, so let's go. So we'll call this number 2. And we're going to go 15 times. Up, 3. Good. Slow and controlled. I'm just watching everyone keep going. That's 7. But this is actually 8. Good. Keep it going. Just kind of looking at form. Looks like good posture. Sit back down. Nice. Slow control. Push those heels through the floor as you stand up. Good. Nice. Okay, 3 more. Good. So, and again, this is good. Well, we want to avoid things like shifting forward too much and standing up or pushing off of chairs. This is just key for a lot of things we do in life. Every day we get in and out of our beds, we get up and down from toilets, all of those things. We want to continue to be able to power up, stand up to get upright. That's good. Pause there. All right, so that's the second exercise. Sit to stand. My recommendation is 15 to 20 of those every day, a couple of sets. And if not every day, a few times a week. I sometimes even tell people you can set a timer and just, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. It's not like a speed race, but just do that exercise. It's an easy thing to do. It only requires a chair in your body, and it works all of your lower body leg muscles as well as the pelvic floor and abdominal muscles too. It gets into core involvement for the standing up and being upright. Third one, single leg stance. So let's have you go here. I want to have, ideally, hands are going to be out to the side, or you could keep a hand on the chair or the wall if you feel like you need to. What I want to go here is, this is a stationary balance exercise. Okay, so we're going to try to hold for 10 to 20 seconds. My arms are out to the side. Think about this, shoulders, pull your shoulders back and down, imaginary book on head. So you've got good posture here in the upper body. And I want you to lift your right foot off of the floor. The knee is coming up, ideally in line with the hip. And you can turn sideways and hold that pose. I'll start counting down now. Let's say 15, 14. So engage through the core. I'm just looking at everyone. Good. 13, 12, 11, 10. If you need to, you can toe down. We'll say 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. Pause there. Let's put that foot down. So we're going to go with the other leg. Yeah, it's not uncommon for people to find that one side feels more stable, or better balanced than the other. Totally normal. Don't be worried about it. Just might mean that you could do a little extra work on the side that feels, less than or a little less stable. So this time, if you find this exercise really easy and not so challenging, I want you to do one of two things. Either like when you're holding the pose, have your eyes looking left and right without moving your head. So just your eyes, left and right. Or close your eyes and feel the difference, right? Just those little things. That's where we get into this whole compilation of what makes balance. And again, it's vision. It's just like sense and space, strength. So, all right, leg up, left leg up, holding in here. And again, up to you. You could try closing your eyes. It feels completely different in my opinion. You could keep your head straight, but look left, like you're trying to look over at someone that's like entering, the room on the left side, left corner. And then look over to the right. So play around with those things. Just checking you, and it's okay if you need to toe down. It's okay if you want to have a hand on something. All of these things still help improve balance, even with, like a finger on a wall. It's fine. Hold it. We'll go 8 seconds more. 8. Just checking. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good job. All right, pause there. All right, so that's third one. Now we'll go to the fourth one. This one's just a simple one that's really more about like what happens with our eyes and with motion in the head, neck, the eyes, opposed to moving the rest of the body, but you can still feel it kind of throughout the body as you're trying to stay stationary. So I want you to stand. And ideally, you'd narrow your stance. So you're going to be, foot to foot, right? So I've kind of got my feet, right beside, like kind of a narrow stance here. Or you could even stagger it slightly. Or, kind of bringing my heel toe in line and potentially like side by side, whatever feels right to you. And if that feels scary or like unstable, you can kind of keep your neutral base. All of those things are fine. So what I want you to do is you're here, just holding that stance, and let's just play around. I want you to actually like look down at the floor, right? Eyes open, and now look up at the ceiling. Okay, now bring that back to center. Now look over to the left, keeping your feet, again, narrow if you can, and then now look to the right. Okay, and then bring that back to neutral. Now close your eyes, and let's have you bring your chin to your chest. All right, and then up to the ceiling. And back to center. Now keep the eyes closed if you can. Look left. And bring it back to center. Look right. Okay, good. Back to center. Now take your right hand, cover your right eye. All right, so same thing, take chin to chest. And then look up. Ceiling. Neutral, now look left. And come back and look right. Last time, put the left hand over the left eye. Keep the right eye open. Look down. And look up. Good. Look left. And look right. So, did anyone feel, I mean, like I certainly, especially with my eyes closed, I really felt when I was making that movement, like, you know, like a little bit of almost like being on a boat, like a little bit of like a rocking in my body. Did anyone else feel that? Like awkward or, yeah. Okay. It's just kind of it's a simple thing to do, but that's my point. And like, there's so many things that play into, you know, our ability to kind of like perception of space and balance. So sometimes just doing little things with vision, changing, whether it's covering one eye, closing the eyes, you know, looking in different directions, all of those things are small ways that you can tweak your balance. So let's now go into the heel toe walk, right? So we're going to get into a foot. Normally we walk and we have our neutral gait, you know, feet are hips, knees, feet in line. That's pretty comfortable. That's what we're used to. So what I want you to do now, everyone, just kind of, you know, you want to have enough space to do like, I don't know, 5, let's say like, if you can, 8 to 10 steps in one direction, and then we'll turn around and come back 8 to 10 steps. Okay. So let's start with, I want you to imagine you're on a tightrope. So you're going to be, here you start with your feet, you know, I'm going to start with right foot in front of the left foot, and you might want to be near a wall. If you find that it feels really unstable and uncomfortable to keep the feet directly in line, you can modify this by keeping a little bit of, you know, just narrowing your walk, but not really going, you know, in line walk. But the challenge here is to go heel toe, stepping forward. Ideally, you'll pause for like a couple of seconds with each step. It's more challenging to actually have to stop and hold the step. And, you know, than it is to just kind of like walk through fast, like step. Okay. So everyone doing okay? Let's look, you guys are good. Let's do a couple. I mean, ultimately I would say with this one, I think I had a note to sort of do it for, yeah, you know, 60 to 90 seconds. So like I said, it's about 8 steps in one direction. With those kind of 2-second pauses with each step, and then turn around and walk back the other direction. You can also do it backwards. That's something that in classes in the past I've done, like we'll go, you know, 8 to 10 steps forward. And then if you feel stable and you want to challenge yourself a little bit, take those steps backwards. I mean, we're just not used to walking backwards that often. So just that alone, like reversing motion is another way to work with, you know, proprioception and coordination. Just check your space. Make sure you've got, you know, nothing's on the floor that you step on. Let's do about 10 seconds more. Ooh. So, all right, good. You know, one thing I'll say on that too, when we do it next time, if I had to guess, and I was looking at some of you and even thinking about myself, I was definitely looking at my feet when I was doing that exercise. Fine and great. Next time we do it, I'd challenge you to try to not look at your feet and to look straight ahead. So think about that. That's another way to sort of shift it slightly. All right. So now let's play around with this one, a little bit of body weight. It's going to be opposite leg and arm. So I'm starting here, and my right leg, here's how I start this. I'm going to take my right leg back and my left hand's reaching forward. My right foot's still on the floor for now. But this exercise that I want to do, if you're okay with it, and you might want to have, you know, for safety, you can have, again, we can have a chair here, or even, you know, a wall where you have a hand on it. But right foot back, left leg's ready to go up. Now what I want you to try to do is right foot comes off of the floor, left hand starts reaching forward, and you're going into this sort of suspended opposite arm and leg. Hold for a few seconds and then come back to your start point. Okay, let's do that 5 times. That was 1. Let's do it again. Same side. Right leg going back, left hand going up. Just sort of suspend yourself out there. Hold and lower. That's 2. Ready? Again. Right leg back, left arm forward. Nice. Oh, right leg back, left arm forward. And one more time. So I'm just going to check. I was going to make modifications on this one. That looks good. You don't have to go for this, parallel to the floor pattern. You could actually just lifting the toe and getting the arm up a little bit is enough, and it's a good starting place. Okay, good job. Let's change sides. So now we're going with left leg back, right arm forward. So we're going to just lift the left foot, start lifting the right arm, hold and release. Okay, again, left foot back, right arm forward, hold and release. That's 2. Everyone looks pretty stable. Again, do it again. This will be our 3rd one. Okay, good. Left leg's going back, right arm forward. You should feel in this also. Let's do it again. 4th one. We have 2 more. You probably feel this in the opposite. So if you're doing the opposite leg that's not moving, you will probably feel it in that opposite, butt muscle and kind of in the hamstrings. And that's fine and great. It is actually a strengthening exercise as well. Okay, pause there. Good. So next one, side to side step hop, one of my all-time favorites. It's also a test that we use, a baseline test that's often used to assess balance. So I'm here, my feet are together, and I am going to step to the right and lift my left foot off of the floor. I'll turn around so you're actually kind of with me. So you can step, lift the foot, hold 1, 2, 3, and then step to the left, lift the left foot, hold 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then I go back to the right. So it's transference of weight, shifting from left to right. 3, shift it over. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the right. So I showed you the stepping. That's fine. If that's where you want to go, that's level 1. I'm going to show you level 2 now. I'm turning this into a little hop. Okay, so whatever feels right to you. Level 1, keep stepping. Level 2, my left foot, I'm going to hop left, balance and stabilize. 2, 3. And in my right foot, hop, balance, stabilize. Left. 1, 2. I'm out of practice. 3. Go. Right. I used to be so good at this. All right, so you get the idea, yes? Lateral transference, you're shifting your body weight from left to right. Honestly, really great exercise. Talk about like, if you're a walker, a hiker, or just whatever, any of you want to like just to help prevent falls, this one is outstanding. It gives you really, because think about it, the base of all of our movement is at our feet and ankles. So that is one of the best things to do to strengthen your feet and ankles and to create more stability, especially with body weight management. Okay, last one, and then we're going to go through this whole round of exercises. This is another one really good for feet, ankles. Again, I'm focusing on that because it is the base of all of our movement, upright movement. So I am by a wall. You can also have a chair. Both work. Emphasize you're on your feet. I want you to go on your toes. In the future, if you can do this without shoes, some of you may be doing it without shoes. I can't see everyone's feet. If you do it without shoes, I'd say thumbs up, great. Lower down, it's fine to do it with shoes too. And then I want you to lift the toes. So you're on your heels and you're gonna hold this 3 seconds, right? And then slowly lower the toes down, push into the toes, push all the way, all 5 toes pushing into the ground. Get the heels off the floor as high as you can. Hold it 3, 2, 1, lower down. Now lift the toes up, without, sometimes when we lift the toes, people want to like push their hips back to help bring the toes up higher. Don't do that. Really try to work with the feet and the ankles, and the muscles in the lower leg. And then if you are holding onto the wall or chair, which I'm doing that too, I'd suggest, try to loosen the grip or the touch. If you were holding like with a whole hand, try to just have a finger on the wall. If you're holding, like kind of gripping with your hand on the chair, try to like loosen that grip a little bit. And that would allow you to work a little bit more with balance. Let's do 2 more. Up on the toes. Good. All the way up, like really push through all 5 toes. Push those heels up as much as you can. Good, good. All right, good job. All right, take a break, get a sip of water. We're gonna run through really quickly. Not quickly, I'm not gonna like fly through it, but I'm gonna set a timer because I'm just curious to see like how long this routine takes if we go straight through it. Everyone get a sip of water, and we're gonna start in 1 minute. We're just gonna go straight through. Any questions before I jump into the second round? That's okay. Save them for the end, or we can always follow up. I'm gonna set a timer. All right, so I'm gonna start the timer. We're up and going. So we're gonna start with our step patterns, all right? So we're going front first. So front steps first. So you're here, your feet start together. We're doing a total of 20. So step with the right foot. Alternate, then go left. 4. 6. 7. 8.
Is this where we should not try to not look at our feet, Reagan? If we can.
This one is okay. You could look. I mean, I'm kind of looking straight ahead. There was another one that when we're doing another exercise, that's the heel toe walk. But fine. This one, yeah, kind of looking straight ahead, or even sometimes when you're doing this, you can look up, or you can kind of again you can kind of play around with some of the eye tricks. Nice. Right, one more time, and left. Okay, back to center. So let's start here. Now we're going lateral, left and right. So I'll step over to my right first. 1, left. Remember, feet, toes forward, straight ahead. 3. 7, keep breathing, just keep it steady. 2, good. 3. Keep it going, keep switching. I'm just looking at everybody. 6. Good. 1 more each side. Here we go. 2 and 1. All right, good. Pause there. Now we're going backwards, okay? So back to your neutral stance. Right foot first. And let's go right foot back. 2. Sometimes I'll lock my arms behind my back here because it gives a nice chest stretch, opens my shoulders. Any chance we can do that is a positive thing. These are also great barefoot. So if you in the future, if you have safe space, comfortable flooring, a yoga mat or anything, I would definitely recommend doing this without shoes on, just because you get more benefit at the foundation, just the pathways, proprioception throughout the foot, all the little muscles, tendons, ligaments that are in our foot and ankle. All right, here we go. 4, Nice. Okay, so last one. So fourth pattern, crossing over, right? So right foot crosses over. In front, we're doing the front pattern first. Left foot over. 2, 3. Little bend in that knee with every step. Good. Okay, now we're going to shift and cross behind. So we've got this. Step back to neutral. Right foot crosses behind. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Good, good. All right, so that's first one. So next one, grab your chair. We're going into the sit to stand, right? So bring that into the scene. Remember, we're going to scoot to the edge. Get this down a little bit. There we go. All right, so scoot to the edge. We'll do 15. Recommendation here will be 15 to 20. Again, you can do it for 60 to 90 seconds. It's not a race. This is really all about form and control. So hands here. If you want to challenge yourself a bit more, you could always put you could have little light hand weights and you could hold them here at your shoulder. You could take your arms overhead too. So my hands are up, reaching up and up. That gets more core involvement and slowly down. Okay. Up, 2, slowly. When you drop those hips back and down, right? Let the hips lead and slowly put yourself back in the chair, right? Sometimes we just flop into chairs, fall down into them, right? Try to control your down motion. Work against gravity. Working with it and against it, always. Again. Halfway, guys, halfway. 8. Nice. 5 more. 1, 2. Good. 3. Good. 4. And up. 5. Okay, nice work. Good job. Moving on, because that's second exercise. Third one, single leg. So we're going to go here. Got your space, standing up again. Arms out to the side. Again, if you need, you can keep a chair nearby or wall nearby. Arms out to the side, holding here. And right knee's lifting. Hold it. Keep that going. I'm looking at my timer. I want to see. We've got keep it going. 15 seconds from here. You could try closing your eyes. You could play around. Sometimes here is a good chance you could do this little nose tap where you alternate your left and right hand to come in and tap your nose. If you are, standing comfortably and holding, good job. All right, that's our fifth that we did 20 seconds. Let's switch and do the other leg, okay? Nice. I like that some of you are trying it. It's just, little weird things, but they all have a purpose. Okay, so left leg is up. Good stability on the right foot, slight bend. I should say this one thing, the leg that we're holding ourselves with. So in this case, my right leg is my stable leg. My left leg is the exercise leg. Keep a little bend in that leg. Don't hyperextend. Don't risk hyperextension by locking the knee. Okay. Anyway, sorry, carry on. Arms out. Let me look at the timer. And keep going. We'll do 15 seconds more. You can add the nose tap if you want. Good. All right, pause there. Good. Okay, so let's go. Now we're just standing again. Narrow your stance. narrowed stance, or you could play around with even like a stationary heel toe, which is sometimes more challenging. If you find that you want to challenge yourself more, just going to say this before we start with this like level to make it kind of a higher level, more progressive exercise. You could keep your narrow stance, but every few seconds, lift one foot, lower down, lift the other foot, lower down, So close your eyes. So your narrow stance, eyes are closed, chin to your chest, and then look up like you're trying, eyes are closed, but act like you're trying to look up, see something at the ceiling. Okay. So again, chin to chest. And then look up, eyes closed. If you want to play around a little bit, while you're doing that, and even if you're holding onto the chair or the wall, you could add that like with the eyes closed, a little bit of a leg lift. I find it challenging. Okay, so then we're going to go now look left and right. So my eyes are still closed, but look over your left shoulder. And look over your right shoulder. Left shoulder. You can still play around with like lifting one foot. So you're doing a single leg balance if you want to challenge yourself more, okay? As a reminder, we said it last class, just sort of know your place, know where you feel challenged, know what feels like it's just right, just enough, don't overdo it. Okay, eyes are still closed, shifting. Ooh, that's hard. Okay, so you get the idea. So just that single leg balance. Again, if you want to progress it, change it. You can add like make it a single leg versus like both feet down. You could change your stance a little bit. All of those things work. So now we're going to go with the heel toe walk. And this is the one, Naomi, I was suggesting that this time we don't look at the floor if you were looking at the floor before, and to try to like look off in the distance, or maybe, maybe you look left and right while you're doing it, look up and down while you're doing it. Okay. So heel toe, you got it. Let's go. I'm just going to kind of run the timer. We're going to do this continuously for the next 1 minute. So start now. And, just again, take 5 to 10 steps in one direction, turn around and go back. You could even try this with this is a good one to do with even like one hand over the eye. Like I'm covering my right eye now like a patch, and I'm doing this, and that completely changes the way it feels. Like I said, you could try it. I mean, if you're feeling really balanced and not too challenged, you can actually close your eyes and do this. So, again, just as you practice these things, don't be afraid to try different versions. Now I'm covering my left eye, patch over the left. Let me check my time. Good job. We have like 20 seconds. Yep, right on. 15 seconds. Good job. Remember, you're trying to take a step and pause. Take a step, pause for 2 seconds. Good job. 5 seconds. All right. Okay, so that gets us through 5 exercises. Moving on to number 6. This one is kind of the airplane, or the right arm, right leg, the right. So we're here. My right foot's back a little bit. My left arm is up and ready to move. And my right foot, I'm shifting back, pushing back, lifting my right leg, and I'm also extending my left arm. Okay, so here, bring that down. Let's do it 5 times. So that was 1. Go again, whatever feels right to you. If you can make yourself parallel to the floor, great. If not, anything from, start to even just like a little lift of the foot. Good. We'll say that's the 3rd one. 4. And okay, hold there. So now we're going to switch and do the opposite side. So left leg will be the leg we're moving. Right arm will be the arm extending. Okay, left leg's back, right arm's forward. A little bend in that right foot, stable leg. Lift the left leg, lift the right arm. Ooh, I'm not as good on this side. Oh. Again, 5 times. That was my 2nd one. 3rd. And Good. I don't know. I have found one side more challenging than the other side, but no, again, like I said, that is not unusual and it's totally fine. All right. So last two exercises, 7. This is the foot patterns, the step patterns, right? So side to side, step or hop. I'm going to hold my timer. We're going to do this for 1 minute. So starting now, onto your right foot, hold it for 3 seconds, and then over to your other foot. Hold 3 seconds. Just keep transferring left to right. Nice. Okay, we have 20 seconds left. Check you out. Let's check everyone. 15 seconds. Ooh. Keep it going. Good job. Looks good. All right. Good, good, good. Okay. And then we'll go 1 more minute on the last exercise. Great job. Last one. This is the heel toe. Again, you can hold on to, you can keep a hand, a chair or the wall. You don't have to, though. You could also just totally go out freestanding. Up on your toes. The camera down. We've got 1 minute of this. So we're going up on the toes. And then remember, you hold it for 2 to 3 seconds and then pull the toes up. Heels. Good. Halfway, 30 seconds. Really emphasize push through the toes all the way up through the big toe. Get that heel all the way off the ground as high as you can. 10 seconds. Okay, good job. So we made it through the 8. That total round was 16, just a bit over 16 minutes. So, just wanted to kind of have a sense of that. So to go through those exercises continuously, about 16 minutes. And if you did it twice, I guess you can assume it would be 30 to 40 minutes. But even if you just went through 1 round of those exercises, if you started adding that to your routine, it would make a difference. Naomi, you might want to stop recording and I can just do kind of a couple of stretches. And if anyone has questions, we could talk through it as we go, and then just kind of aware of time. And
yeah, sounds good. Okay, thanks, Reagan. I'll stop recording now.
Okay.